Snatch Game is supposed to be the moment the queens serve comedy, chaos, and character. But this week, baby, the only thing that got snatched was our hope. Welcome back to Drag Drama, the channel where the shade is free, the opinions are loud, and the critiques come dressed in rhinestones, honey. Today we're recapping All Stars 10, Episode 10, the Snatch Game episode that was supposed to gag us, but instead left us blinking at the screen like, this can't be it, right? Fans are mad, the editing was messy, and the lip-sync song choice, a literal hate crime against tempo. Buckle up, let's dissect this disaster in sequence. Let's be real, Snatch Game is the Super Bowl of Drag Race. It's supposed to give iconic impersonations, memeable moments, and at least one queen completely spiraling. Instead, this episode gave board meeting at 4 p.m., drag show at 8 p.m., overproduced, under-edited, and leaving fans more confused than Michelle Visage at Burning Man. The joy, gone. The magic, missing. The producers, holding the queens hostage in a storyline prison. The edit this week was so controlled, it might as well have come with a remote. Ginger got the Golden Girl treatment, with enough screen time to film a spin-off. Meanwhile, queens like Irene and Daya were treated like they wandered into the wrong set. And Cynthia, woo! That way they chopped her up in Snatch Game, Runway, and Confessionals, it was giving character assassination with a smile. Viewers are starting to notice that the show isn't telling a story, it's forcing one. Alright, let's get into this train wreck in alphabetical order of chaos. Ginger Minj is Reba. Yes, she's talented. Yes, she's consistent. But let's be honest, this was less a performance and more of a rerun. If she does Reba one more time, she's legally required to pay royalties. Mistress as Natalie Nunn. The energy was there, but the jokes weren't. She yelled, she pointed, she made faces, but the punchlines got left in untucked. Cynthia as Count Dracula. Look, camp is great, weird is great, but this was awkward and confusing. It was like watching a haunted house actress get stage fright. Irene as Zsa Zsa Gabor. Smart, specific, well-researched, and completely ignored by the edit. Girl gave vintage glamour and got ghosted harder than a trade with no profile pic. Georges as Pitbull. The wig, chrome. The energy, high. The jokes, dependent on Mistress feeding her. Once she ran out of support, it was giving Zoom presentation with poor Wi-Fi. Daya as Jane Lynch. She delivered one joke and just left it there, like it's still sitting on the table. Somebody clean it up. And the rest, let's just say if they weren't mentioned here, they weren't memorable enough to matter. The runway theme was Tarami suits, which sounded promising until we saw the actual suits. Georges gave us Red Butch fantasy that snapped into devil dominatrix realness. It was hot, it was tight, it was everything. Aja did a cocoon to butterfly transformation, points for concept, but the execution, it was giving arts and crafts end of semester rush. Mistress did a swimwear fat suit reveal that almost made a statement, but ended up looking like she borrowed it from a beach ball clearance sale. Irene floated out like a biblically accurate angel, and we're living for it. Too bad the camera cut away mid-look. And Cynthia, mama, her reveal looked like a tearaway straight from unfinished business. It was giving, I ran out of time and rhinestones. She deserved better than that edit, but not with that garment. As for the rest, if we didn't mention your runway, it didn't walk, it wandered. Moving on. Ginger won the episode because of course she did.
Ginger Minj, congratulations, you're a winner, baby.
So here we are, bottom two, Mistress and Cynthia.
Cynthia, I'm sorry, my dear, but you are up for elimination. Mistress, I'm sorry, my dear, but you are up for elimination.
And the stage is set. The tension, delicious. And then Rue says the words that shook the community. Tonight, you'll be lip-syncing to Aretha Franklin's Who's Zooming Who? Girl, what?
Good luck, and don't fuck it up.
Aretha is a legend, no doubt, but that song had all the energy of a CVS pharmacy jingle. No beat, no build, just smooth jazz confusion. The queens were up there trying to deliver drama, but the song was saying, please enjoy this buffet. Mistress did her best, pulling focus with stage presence. Cynthia looked like she was trying to find the downbeat with a flashlight. And in the end, the music didn't just kill the vibe, it buried it. So now that we've covered Snatch Game, the runway, and that cursed lip sync, let's address the real issue. This episode didn't flop because of the queens, it flopped because the producers tried to choreograph authenticity, and baby, you can't fake real. Fans are frustrated, not because drag is bad, but because we can see the puppet strings now. The narrative manipulation is louder than Cynthia's accent. Snatch Game used to be the crown jewel of the season. Now it's starting to feel like a filler episode with glitter. The queens are ready to perform, to shine, to give us moments, but they're being boxed into plot lines and edits that don't serve them. Drag Race, sweetie, let the queens be the drama. You don't have to write it for them. What did you think? Did Ginger deserve the win? Did Cynthia get played by the edit? And are y'all still mad about that lip sync song? Let's get into it in the comments. Go off, get shady, and spill the truth. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and slap that bell like it owes you money. We've got weekly recaps, messy receipts, and more tea than Tatiana at a meet and greet.